Okay, so today I'm gonna be filming like my favorite products that like I use constantly. Like these are products that I'm like using all the time. Like, oh, they're just so good. Like I feel like now like my makeup that I use is my favorites. Like I usually don't stray away too terribly much. Like if there's like another foundation that comes out, like I might try it, but probably not, because like these just work so good for me. Like they have never let me down ever. So yeah, but so let's get into this. So primer wise, I only have two, and one of them's in my car right now actually, but it is the Dr. Jart, or Dr. something, whatever, the Pores No More, and then the Hourglass Mineral Veil. This is the one that I will typically use, but if it's like on a day where like, I would say that I definitely use the Pores No More on days that I'm not actually wearing foundation, because it does have a bit of a tint to it, so it will actually kind of even out the skin tone and you won't look as red. And then I'll usually just throw on like brows and low lash mascara and roll out. But so that's what I kind of use that for. I don't really like it underneath foundations. I think that it kind of makes most foundations dry too quickly, but it smells lovely. I love the way it smells. I know some people hate it, but I love it. It smells so good. And then, but this is just like my ride or die. This is probably the one that I use the most, like consistently. I will use it under any foundation at any time of the year. So, and then we're gonna move right on to foundations. I have three. So I have Fenty Beauty. I can't even say enough about this foundation. I didn't like it at first, I'm not gonna lie. But the thing is, I was used to like what I can do with this. I can pump it on the back of my hand, dot it all over my face, and then start blending, and my forehead's not gonna dry before I even like finish this cheek. But that's what Fenty does. Fenty dries really, really fast because of how emollient it is on the skin. So, I mean, it's, once it's there, it's not coming off. So how I was using it is I was pumping 2 pumps on the back of my hand, 1, 2, dotting it everywhere, and then I would start blending this cheek. You know, I would get some patchiness right here from where I couldn't blend quick enough. And then it would get really patchy on my forehead where it was already dry and I just couldn't blend it out anymore. But I learned that if you work section by section, that this is the best foundation that I've ever used. I mean, I can get like 18 hours wear. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why I was up that long, but I was. So, and then, this is the BarePRO foundation. This is so good on my natural days when I just want to look really natural, but I still want to be evened out and cover just a little bit. This is what I use. They have like an amazing shade range of all different undertones, which I think is awesome. Fenty also, I mean, you guys know, like unless you've been living under a rock, you know that Fenty has the most amazing shade range for all women. Anyone can use her stuff. But they also have an equally as good shade range, in my opinion. I think that they could go a lot darker, but I think that, you know, Fenty really lit a fire under some people's butts, and I think that that's gonna change. And then, of course, we have what I just used in a tutorial a little bit ago, the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. This does it all. If I want natural, I can do natural. If I want full coverage, I can do full coverage. And they both look the same. Oh, it's just so good. Like, oh, it just blends out so beautifully, no matter if you're using a little bit or a lot of it. I like it on a brush. I don't like it on a sponge, but that's just because it's a stick formula. You can't do anything about that. But this, I mean, these are my top 3. Powders wise, I have one. she has never let me down. And I've tried the Laura Mercier, I've tried the Cover FX one, and the Cover FX one is pretty close to this one. I just think that this one is a teeny bit more finely milled. This one is so good, and it controls oils like nobody's business. And it just makes the skin look so beautifully flawless. Sorry, it's sushi and it doesn't like me. But I mean, I can't say enough about this powder, and it also comes in 3 different colors, which is amazing. Even the darkest of complexions could find something for them. So they have a tan one that's for more like medium to dark, and then they have one that's even darker than that, which I would say is for deep dark women, which I think is just great, because I know that sometimes it can be really hard for women of color to find powders that don't like give them excessive like flashback. The flower powder is good. Jaccyln uses that, but Jaccyln really likes it, so I know that on women of color that it doesn't make them look paler, which is really awesome. Oh, but I didn't go over concealers, but I mean, hands down, Tarte Shape Tape. I've never found anything better. I'll probably never use anything else. It just stays on all day. It looks flawless all day. It stays the same color all day long. Like, I've noticed with some concealers that they will change color on me throughout the day, which is really irritating, to say the very least. But my whole face, like if I'm spot concealing, I use the color Light Sand. Under my eyes and on my nose, I use Fair, and on my forehead and chin, my forehead and my chin, I use Fair Neutral. Oh, bronzer. There we go. I have 2. One of them I consider more of like a contour than a bronzer, but whatever. So the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder, their like foundation powder in W7, is to die for. It's what I have on my face today, and it just looks beautiful. No matter how pale I am, no matter how tan I am, it is just beautiful. This is like my second one, so you guys know that I love it. And then we have the Hoola bronzer. I only use my Hoola bronzer when I definitely want to get some definition into my cheeks. That's usually about it, like the only time that I would use it. And then of course, favorite blush has got to be Sincere by MAC. Love it. And then I don't know what it's called, but I'll like put it up here in the editing or in the video so you guys can see it. But this was the middle color in the Jaccyln nail palette that she made with Becca. It's the most beautiful blush, and it looks beautiful on anyone. And then highlighters, I really only have like one that I would say is like my ride or die. Like no matter what color I am, it's my favorite, and it is Champagne Pop. It's so good. Like no matter how pale I am, no matter how dark I am, Champagne Pop looks good on me anytime, all the time. Mascara, not that I really use it, only on my lower lashes a teeny weeny bit, but Better Than Sex is to die for. It is hands down the best on the market. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't flake, and the brush is like phenomenal. It adds length and volume so pretty. And then brows, Dip Brow Pomade has been my ride or die for years, but I also really like the brow definer. On my really natural days, I will use my brow definer instead of my brow pomade because it does look a lot more natural, and it's really easy to use, which I like. And then the clear brow gel is just, they will never make a better one. They just won't. But Dip Brow Pomade is like the best. Hands down, ride or die, waterproof, great stuff. I can't think of anything else because I don't really wear eyeliner. And then I will do an entirely separate video on eyeshadow palettes, so that will be coming to you next. So I will see you guys on the next episode of Vlogmas.